fail miserably at it, eat complete shit. It's like skateboarding. You know, when you start skateboarding, you gotta drop in, and you'll never drop in perfect. You'll always eat shit. Just fail 1,000 times.
I know what that feels like.
Yeah.
2 teeth are gone.
Oh damn. Hey, if you don't like it, fucking quit. That's it.
Is that what you did? You just dropped in and then.
Yeah, I took a hiatus from skateboarding, and I was like, I dropped in on the something a little smaller, like a 10-foot, and then I was like, okay, yeah, that was fine, I got it, and then I was borrowing a shitty skateboard and a helmet that didn't fit me. It was kind of like on the side.
Oh, so you did have a helmet.
Yeah, it was like on the side.
At least I got a helmet.
Yeah, it was a requirement to skate there.
Yeah.
And
just good.
it was on the half pipe, and I dropped in, and for some reason, I didn't expect. I think my trucks were a little looser than I normally like it. So I think it was right at the transitions when I flew forward and knocked out my 2 front teeth. And the people that saw me said they saw my teeth dust in the air.
Oh.
And some people said they saw pieces of it like a month later.
Oh.
Was that the most painful thing you experienced? Because I don't know what can top
No, I didn't really feel it. It was such adrenaline and shock that it was happening that I just kind of got up and I was just started talking like, oh, did you see that? and then later I realized I sprained my wrist too. And then people were like, dude, your teeth, and I didn't even realize my
teeth are sensitive.
It broke right at the. Sorry guys, I'm so sorry, but it broke right at the nerve ending. So I still have them. I just had to get caps on them so they don't die.
So those teeth you have right now, are they
half real, half fake?
They look pretty good.
Thanks.
Pretty nice.
Don't thank me.
Yeah.
Thank the dentist.
He bought him a new car with those teeth.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You can be a real estate agent with those teeth.
I had to get an emergency root canal years later because one of the nerve endings got infected. And did that happen to you too?
Oh, I had to get a root canal because I shattered my tooth on a taquito.
On a taquito?
Yeah.
A frozen one or what?
A fresh one.
The fresh one.
Even worse.
I had a cavity on this tooth.
Oh, yeah, it was the cavity. Yeah,
no, it was a
Your
cavity.
mic, your mic.
Sorry.
Start the story over, bro.
Yeah, so like I had a cavity on my fucking molar, and I was eating a taquito from Albert Tacos in Vista, and
Great place.
Yeah, it's good, and it shattered it, and I would chew it on one side of my mouth for a year because I couldn't afford to get it fixed. Then I went back home.
So this was recently. You weren't like
No, this was like 2 years ago.
Oh, that's pretty recent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I told my mom I had to go to the hospital. It was like the most pain I've ever felt in my adult life.
They didn't put you under or anything?
No, it was because of the infection on my tooth. But when I got the root canal was easy. The word is just scary, but the root canal, it's fucking easy. It's like getting a cavity
Did
filled.
they give you free taco after that? Were they like, oh my god?
No, because I didn't go back and tell them like, oh my god, you fucking broke my tooth. I was just like, what the fuck?
So, moral of the story: if you think you got a cavity, get that shit fixed, or it'll get worse, and you'll break a tooth on a taquito.
Never had a cavity.
Hey, for all the listeners out there who have fucking been
Made it
putting
this
off
far.
going off to the dentist, I know a great dentist, and they only charge $57 to get X-rays and everything.
Really?
Yeah, they checked for my teeth.
know about that.
The dentist came in and he's like, "Oh fuck, nice teeth." And I was like, "Really?" He's like, "You got some big tonsils." I'm like, "Thanks." Yeah.
Is that a compliment?
I was like, "Is it from screaming so much?" Enlarged, but yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was like, "I've been putting off the dentist for this long because I don't have insurance." So I was like, "It's gonna be expensive."
Yeah.
I just assumed I had like a shit ton of cavities because I don't know.
Yeah, I never had cavities, but my dad he's always like, and Andre, you see your sibling, they have cavities in their teeth. They cannot do not. He's always like, he loves pointing out my little sister who's 5. He's like, she's had like more cavities than she's had years in this life.
I was gonna ask if you don't have cavities because it's your genetics that runs in your family where you don't get too many cavities, but it sounds like your other family
No.
members do. So
Yeah.
what is it? What's your secret?
I don't know. They eat a lot of candy. The kids get into candy, is what I heard. It's a big
Sugar is a big one.
contention. And I only got a sweet tooth this year, is when it came up.
Yeah. So when you were a kid, you didn't like candy?
Not particularly. I didn't. Of course, I was a kid. Fruit roll-ups were my jam.
Right.
Good.
Gushers.
But I remember like Halloween came around, and I'm like, I don't like Reese's, and I don't like Snickers, and I only like, I think what was my thing? I like Skittles. That was my thing. I kind of grew out of that. But no, they have a lot of cavities. One thing that I have really good genetics for was I never had wisdom teeth.
Really?
Nothing.
They never grew in?
Just they're not there. They're not existent.
I don't know. I never had any removed ever.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But did they grow in, or are they still under the surface?
I think they're still under the surface, but
Whoa.
Yeah, mine are under the surface, but they're impacted.
Hey, same.
what does that mean?
They're growing in sideways.
They're not
like that.
growing.
Are they
in
gonna have to get removed then?
because
Yeah.
they're being blocked.
Hmm.
Mine, he said, I'm going to have to get mine removed. I'm like, well, how much does that cost? He's like, we don't fucking do that shit here. I was like, what? He's like, we'll take one out if it's an easy one. But that, I was
Oh,
like, dang. Yeah, you're going to have to, like, break that tooth and get the shards out. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Maybe down the line that'll be an issue, but so far that was something I was able to avoid.
Yeah. I spoke to a dentist and
Congrats.
they said don't put it off. We just had one of our 60-year-old patients put off getting his wisdom teeth. Similar situation to yours. And he had
That's
to
a
get
long time.
had to get a piece of his jaw removed
Oh.
from where near where the teeth were.
Yeah.
So he still has a jaw, but it's just
Walking around. Yeah.
just like kind of where the teeth were.
Yeah.
To grind a little bit off there. So that scared me.
Yeah, because teeth injuries freak me out. Because the one injury I got, I wrestled for 7 years, but the one injury I got it wasn't even the guy I was wrestling. It was the guy in front of me, and I was just down. I was trying to get my hands free.
The guy in front of you? Sorry, I don't watch wrestling.
Basically, it was a bunch of like pairs of kids
Okay.
wrestling, and there was a lot of us. So, there'd be a pair. I'm wrestling someone, and there's like a pair of kids
Oh, so people are wrestling each other around each other.
Yeah, and then like you tussle around, and then you might like accidentally like get into like their space. Everyone has like a little ring, but like you're moving around a lot. So we're really close to these other two guys who are wrestling, and me and this guy are squirming on the ground, but like I'm pretty trapped. I don't have my arms free, and they're squirming, and this guy is like squirming, like doing donkey kicks, and all of a sudden he just clocks me in the face, broke my nose, and then these front teeth like got forced back and hit these back teeth, and I chipped it a little bit. That was the worst pain ever. Just like it felt just like my teeth were rubbing on like asphalt. But it was a small chip. But I remember I chipped it because I would breathe in, and I felt like the
shards.
I felt like the cool wind.
Yeah, the whistle.
Yeah, the cool wind touching like my exposed inside of my teeth, and it just hurt. And then they brought me down to the trainer, and then I remember I would consistently have nosebleeds, and I was supposed to get it cauterized, and when I was getting around to doing it, it stopped bleeding.
Huh. It just blocked the veins.
Every day, like it was just nosebleed. I had to forfeit a match because there was blood everywhere.
This is before you broke it.
No, this was after.
Oh.
This was after I
Stop
broke.
breaking it, fixed it.
No. This was after there was like a problem. Like it
Okay.
was just bleeding, and then
Yeah.
the coach was like, "You gotta get that cauterized, man." But I never did anything to it. But yeah. What are we at time? We just kind of went on a tooth tangent. That's what the clip is gonna be.
Take that tooth
tangent.
part out.
Yeah.
Leave the tooth part in.
I don't know. I think that's gonna be it for today. I mean,
It's not even 2:30.
Boo.
these guys are leaving. Nah, that's it. Squeaky Buddha's out of here.